So a quick run through of some of these athletes competing in this men's 96 kilo session.
Ooh, strong pull. Pretty easy opening lift.
Yeah, amazing lockout. Remember, as an 89, we found him very impressive, just the strength that he had in his legs. And this little bit of weight gain has done him wonders.
Yeah, Kazakhstan's always produced very solid lifters. They've usually had a really full team, sort of rebuilding at this point, but they definitely know how to make strong lifters.
Yeah, well, they rebuilt, and they've seemed to have toppled again, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Lots of positive doping results from the Kazakhs over the last 6 months. Here's Mohamed Zareh. He snatched 165 kilos at 3 of his 4 last internationals. Wow.
Yeah, hop back a little bit.
Yeah.
You could see that bar was slightly forward, but doesn't seem to phase him that much. Gets right up.
He's got an interesting lockout, which from the side it looks quite striking on his right elbow, that it's almost overextended, but from the front it looks a little bit more normal. So Hol Moreno is the next athlete on the list to come out.
Oh, he's bumped up.
He's bumping, yeah. Probably feels a little low for him. His last few competitions he snatched 170, 168, and 171.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's going to need to get into the 70s in this session, especially with athletes like Karim and Jong-beom. He's going to need to get over 170.
Yeah, this session is actually extremely close. I mean, 160 is the opening snatch, all the way to 170. That's only 10 kilos. Probably the tightest we've seen, actually.
Here's Mahmoud Hassan from Egypt, opening attempt. His 4th ever international. Youth world champion last year.
Oh, overpulled it there. He's frustrated.
Plenty strong enough.
Yeah, that's a really frustrating thing to happen, because your opening lift should be something that's pretty manageable. If you just make a small error like that, it is painful, because generally the smart attempt or smart move is to just come back and repeat it. But
yeah,
he probably loses 4 to 5 kilos on his first to second there, so he's gonna be in a place where he wants to maybe take a big jump or take a jump to go to the next one. He's going to remain the lifter, because 161 is the next attempt, and that's him.
Well, I mean, he only just turned 18. So he's a young athlete.
Yep.
Plenty of talent and power. Yeah, he won the Junior World Champion. Sorry, took silver in the Junior World Championships in 2022, and then a gold at the Youth World Championships. Went to the African Senior Championships, but just weighed in, didn't compete. So this is his first senior international. It's a big deal at these World Championships.
Getting a little bit of chalk there, getting ready.
Yeah.
So he's down to a minute now. Still has 161.
So Hassan was looking shaky in the back room, apparently at 155 kilos. Amir Holkhugi from Iran made a 140 kilo double on his way up. Looked very strong, that bodes well.
He overpulled the first one. He's got to make sure he doesn't overcorrect and miss this one out in front.
Oh.
Yeah. Same pull,
Wow.
but was in a much better position there.
Gosh, that right elbow.
Yeah, you can see he's got some tape on his shoulder as well.
Yeah.
Might be something going on there that causes him a little bit of overcorrection or has to make some adjustment, and it wears on his shoulder because of that.
Look at that elbow. Oh, you can't really see from there, but it's so overextended. Amazing.
So let's see what he takes. Most likely 165, 166. Although he is still listed here at 162. There we go.
Okay, Hakov Encryption, the 2019 world champion. You have to go 8 letters deep into his name before you get to a vowel.
It's a mouthful.
It is.
Ooh, very good turnover there.
Yeah.
He gets way out over the bar there in the middle of the pole, but
Yeah.
somehow at the end he gets that thing behind his head.
So the blues come on. So we're at 165 kilos. Yeah, that was a good pull. Maybe caught it a little lower than he likes to do on an opener, but he made it.
I think we're going to see a little bit of movement here. 165 is the weight on the bar currently. See if Juan comes out for this. Yep, he's moved up.
Yeah.
Kohugi now, 165. You know, we look at this scoreboard, and just from the looks of it, you can tell that 170 is going to be a bare minimum snatch to be in the medals.
I wonder if we're seeing a change there from Amir Holkugi. He just missed 160 kilos in the back room, so he might want to just bump up a kilo, make that before coming out. You don't want to come out straight after a miss,
Yeah.
but also you don't have to bump up too much after a miss.
Yeah, a smart move. He just did that.
Yeah. Jong-beom is at 140 kilos in the back room. And Asoljan Bekte, who opened this whole thing up with 160 kilos, he's back down to 130. Just hitting that for a few singles to stay warm.
Yeah, that's one of the problems when a session is so close like this. A 5 kilo jump, which in these ranges isn't that big.
No, not at this body weight.
It could be 15 attempts maybe. So many people going in between and a few misses here and there. So an athlete might have to work down and come back up. Moreno, 165. Oh, very strong.
Yeah, that's the one. So that's just 6 kilos now under his best. But it looked very, very convincing. He had a really astonishing sort of climax to his competition at the World Championships in his home country last year. From behind with a big clean and jerk to get a medal.
Bekte's out now.
Yep, a lot of up and downs in the back room. Even Holkugi, who hasn't opened yet, has stripped back down to 140 and is building back up. Just a little bit of mistiming there. Al-Lami from Iraq also at 140. Here's 165, second attempt now.
Oh, just barely gets under that one. Strong pull,
Yeah.
but he just snuck under it at the end.
He's a very snappy lifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of absorbing weight across, you know, bits of movement. It's just
Yeah, perfectly timed.
Yeah, he's quick.
All right. Mahmoud Hassan's last attempt, his third, 165, taking the 4-kilo jump. Missed his opener behind. It was strong. Made his second.
Yeah, second was probably a little bit tough.
He's going to burn that clock down to 30 seconds. Let the buzzer go. Oh, very nice. Yeah. It's a bit tough to see, I think, from the front-on view, but like you said, Seb, that right elbow, it's
almost in front of his face.
Yeah,
and then moves back behind.
Shoulder's not really internally rotated, so that elbow comes forward a tiny bit. Plus, he's got a bit of maybe an interesting shape to that joint.
Yeah.
So Hugi.
Yeah, that was of course a personal best in the snatch by 15 kilos. So here's Amir. He put up to 160, dropped back down to 140. Presumably he worked back up a little bit. Here's his opening attempt at 166. He's made 172 before, but that was as a 102. He's not been a 96 for 5 years. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, a bit forward, but gets under it, and then he has to make a small adjustment on the way up.
Well, the Iranian team don't really have much of a technical model other than maybe their...
Do whatever it takes.
Yeah, their jump forward. It's almost when you're not taught technique to the same degree that some other countries are, you end up jumping forward. It's just the way that you go, and they all do it, and they make it work.
Yeah, I mean, some people would even argue that that is a superior way of lifting. They focus so intently on heavy weights, being comfortable, moving under bars that are not moving fast.
And we saw it work in the 89 category.
Yeah.
You know, gold medal.
Yeah, a lift that I think most people might not even be sure if he could deadlift.
No.
Somehow got under it. Big 215 clean and jerk last night. Well, 2 nights ago.
Here's Ray, 166, 6-kilo jump. This is right around the sort of weight that he tends to make. It was there.
Yeah, a little bit of a loop though. So basically impossible to control that bar if it's moving too fast horizontally.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like it's there, he's got the height, he's under it, but if it's moving backwards, you just can't resist it, you can't fight with it. Moreno's listed at 166 as the lifter right now, but his last attempt was 165. He's definitely going to move up. So Zarai becomes a lifter again, basically loses that clock.
Yeah.
Yep, if he wanted more time, he would have bumped, and he did. He's now at 167. Going to bring out
Pavel
Kasatovich.
Yeah, he says that 2023 has been a very busy year of competition. At some point training's been tough, but he said, that's just my job. 170 snatch is the most that he's made this year, he told us. You know, surgery on his lower back in 2019, which occasionally flares up, he says, but he's only finally just getting back into competition shape 4 years later. Wow.
Yeah. Pretty strong pull. He catches it really deep as well.
Yeah, very fast under the bar.
He might be in shape for a personal record in the snatch. That 67 was comfortable.
Jong-beom. 167 kilos for his opening attempt. The silver medalist from the Asian Championships this year. He made 171 there.
He's a colorful and exciting lifter to watch.
Oof.
Yeah. Solid lift.
Well, 175 he told us he's made in training this year, so it's no surprise he made that look the way that he did. 215 he's made in the clean and jerk as well, which is very exciting.
Yeah, that puts him in a really good place to be very competitive in this session. 390 total would certainly be up in the podium.
3 athletes still yet to come out. The next, well, Mohamed Zaray, after him it's David Hovhannisyan from Armenia. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Great lift.
There was nothing more that he could have lifted on that bar. So fast. Caught that rock bottom in the perfect spot.
Yeah, that was the limit.
Yeah. Yeah, he found it there.
Probably a good thing they brushed the extra chalk off the bar. It might not have gone.
So David Hovhannisyan opens up. He actually just missed 160 kilos in the back room.
It's a big jump. 8 kilos from his last warm-up. Unsuccessfully at 160.
It's very heavy. I mean, he snatched 171 last year, 172 this year in competition, but 68 is not light for him. Not least after that miss in the back room.
Oh,
that's that.
Very nice opener, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been impressed with the depth that he can get to.
Yeah.
For such a you know, he's a pretty big guy. He catches a really wide stance, very flexible hips, and just sinks down. You know, not a lot of height comes off his hips when he peaks the bar, but he's just got such a great bottom position.
Yeah, a fantastic technician, really. And Markityan now. His teammate taking the same weight. Very different style than Hassan. Watch him tip his chest forward quite a bit and push that bar back really far behind his head.
Yeah, one of them's vertical, one of them leans out over the bar. Oh,
yeah, that looked a bit heavy.
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
pings him out.
He doesn't have great depth in the snatch, so if he doesn't get that bar moving at the top of the pull, it's going to be so hard for him to get under it.
Yeah, he catches with relatively sort of perpendicular thigh to the floor in the catch. He doesn't sink his hips very deep. Then he tends to tilt over a lot in the torso to make up for that.
Yeah. So 168, it's going to be Markityan unless he moves up, but he'd have to go all the way to 169 to get any more rest.
Amir Hoghougi has once again dropped back down to 140 kilos in the back room. And Karim has snatched, well, he made 165 kilos, a little bit early to be making those kinds of weights. That was a few minutes ago, and so he took 5 kilos off and he hit 160 again. Al-Lami from Iraq also has made 160 kilos. You know, 2 athletes to open, Iraq and Egypt. Not 2 athletes these days that we necessarily tend to see opening up last in a session.
Kitchen 168. Left it a little bit shy on the top of the pole the last time. Yeah.
It looked like a stronger pull.
Yeah, it was forward though. You could see his whole body mass moved forward as he finished.
Yeah.
Just not there today.
So Karim has dropped down by 1 kilo to 169 for his opening attempt. Not totally sure why he chose to do that, but if he wants 169, then that's what he's going to have.
Yeah, we saw him make 170 pretty comfortably, like you said, a couple of times in the training hall. Not sure if he has to cut any weight to get down here.
Very muscular athlete, physically intimidating. A lot of muscle mass.
Oh, strong.
Yeah.
Just as strong as we saw in the training hall.
Yeah, I think he has to be the favorite in this session.
Yeah.
With strength like that, and he's got it in the clean and jerk too.
You know, possibly he took that 69 so he could take a bigger jump, well, a smaller jump, sorry, to get to where he wants on the second, position himself really well for a big third.
Here comes Amir Hoghougi.
So in the B group, 170 and 171 are the top snatches. So that 69 potentially gives him the ability to jump to 172. Hoghougi 169.
Yep, 3 kilos shy of his best.
Way forward.
Oh, my word.
We could all see that he was falling forward on that pull.
Yeah, if you'd have halfway through asked him to stop and perform a pause snatch, he would have fallen flat on his face.
Yeah, that was dramatically forward.
You know, he wasn't just pulling with his mass, center of mass, you know, over the balls of his feet or the toes. It was moving so far forward. It started mid-foot, and then by the time he's making contact, I think his center of mass was probably out in front of his feet.
Yeah, an argument could be made for, you know, the opposite style of training, maybe doing more pulls to sort of build that technique up, the ability to hold position properly off the floor.
Now, Asseljan Bekte has been waiting for so long. He opened up this session. Oh,
he's got
his left elbow might have shown a little bit of wobble there.
Yeah, 3 reds. You know, when we hear that down signal so early in the lift, it's hard to tell from some vantage points, was there a press out, but it's almost always the case.
Well, it's been 26 minutes since his opening attempt.
Yeah.
So 26 minutes between first and third. It's a long wait that he's had.
Yeah, he probably waved up and down a bit in the back.
Now, Iraq in
there's a
serious
challenging
shape
it, I think. Yeah, we see the replay on our screen here behind the platform.
Probably not worth the challenge considering it was 3 reds.
Yeah.
We can see the movement. Yeah, it's a no lift. The jury have confirmed the challenge was not successful. This athlete from Iraq, Al-Lami, just made 165 kilos in the back room, and it looked very, very good.
Yeah, we've seen some very strong lifts from the Iraqi team.
Yeah, they have a
like
super
195 snatch.
He just
right?
snatched 195. He was a 109 last year. He's can't be weighing more than 120 kilos.
Yeah. Sets up, waits for the buzzer.
Whoa.
Big snatch, big jump at the top of the pole there, but he sinks so low under the bar. He doesn't actually need too much height.
Very wide grip on the bar, very wide feet in the catch, but good mobility. So Homereño, 5 kilo jump also to 170. A kilo shy of his best. Lots of support from the Colombians in the crowd. Even earlier in the training hall, there's a big screen of the competition live, and Jason Lopez was competing, and the Colombians in the training hall were cheering and yelling in support, and they do so now here in person.
Yeah. Oh, stronger
really
than the first.
Yeah. Yeah, that really looks very good.
Yeah. So just a reminder that 170 would put him in bronze in the snatch. He'd be in third currently because we have a 171 and a 170 from the previous session.
Yeah, Jason Lopez snatched 171 kilos from Colombia. He then made a 200 kilo clean and jerk. He's in the lead. Bodhi Santavi from Canada sits in second place from that P session. 166, 196, 5 for 6 performance for his international return. Now his second attempt was just so far forward. He was never really able to push through the floor once he got to the power position.
Better, but still.
It was better, but still forward.
Just not even close.
Even as he pulls under, you can see sort of, it almost looks like he's superficially just pushing his chest forward.
Yeah.
To try and make it look like he's going to get himself under it, but he's just, you know, from the side you can see his hips, and he's just so far back behind the bar, he's never getting under that.
Maybe it's a fake it till you make it kind of
scenario.
Yeah.
That's what you've got to do.
You don't want to walk off there looking like you didn't try.
So here comes Katasevic.
So 171.
Yeah, 4 kilo jump. A 1 kilo personal best.
This would move him into second.
Oh.
Looked pretty good. He caught it, but then those arms were just not locked out.
You have to be brave to get yourself under those sorts of lifts. They don't move very fast or very high.
Yeah, it was almost there.
Some of you may remember him from his performance at the Olympic Games in 2016. He was there in Rio in the 85s. He placed 6th there. He snatched 170. He snatched 170 again at the Grand Prix a couple of months ago, June 8th.
Yeah, that extra kilo seems to be causing him a bit of trouble. Yeah, no one else wants 171. 172 is the next attempt up, so.
Yeah, well, Karim
Katasevic is going to have to be the lifter.
who opened up with 100 was it 69 kilos. He is in the back room, seriously hyped up. 155 he just made, looking very strong, lots of yelling, lots of aggression, ready to put up some big lifts on the platform. You know, he could win this World Championships if he just does what he knows he can do, what we've seen him do in training, and gets over that 380, pushes towards the 390 mark. That's going to do it. So Katasevich has had just over a minute's rest now, and he's coming out.
That one was a swing and a miss. So he's got 167 on his opener as his credited snatch, but that's really not enough to push him anywhere in the medals in the snatch.
No. But it's still very close. I mean, the lightest anybody has ended with is 164 kilos. Here he comes, Jong-beom. He made 167 in his opening attempt, and it did look very good, very comfortable.
That looked quite a bit heavier, actually. You could see it wasn't moving as fast.
No.
And again, it was forward.
Yeah, well, he sort of started pulling almost on his toes, it seemed.
Yeah. You know, some of these athletes like that kind of rushed sort of forced thing. Maybe they run the clock down to just a few seconds, so they get that kind of panicked feeling, or they don't like to sit in the bottom of the start position. They just want to grab the bar and go, and you know, possibly that can cause an issue.
Here's Hovhannisyan, the European champion. He made 172 kilos there. He's going to try and make that again now on his second attempt. He's not got the highest of pulls, but he's got some of the lowest catch positions you'll see in this category.
Yeah, even that proving to be a bit too heavy for him.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of yanks it off the floor, but is able to hold position, but he pulls it very quick, straight from the floor, and then it decelerates a little bit.
There's just not enough power at the end of the pull for him to have the speed to move under the bar. It's falling as he's moving under, and it's going to stay forward because of that. So Karim is back out now for his second. He's got a 3-kilo jump. This would put him into the lead in the snatch overall, including the B session lifters.
Well, he just dropped back down and hit 161 kilos. You see him there looking at his hand. He just actually tore it in the back room.
Oh, we've seen this before.
We saw it 2 days ago of Lee Dayan. It caused him all sorts of problems. Let's hope it doesn't do the same here.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, he's got so much muscle mass in his upper body that even when he overpulls like that, there's just not enough.
Yeah.
You know, he's not flexible enough to lose the bar behind, I don't think, and so his arms just prevent it from going there.
That was a savage attempt, you know, with the hand torn. We've seen that really slow down even the strongest lifters, and he said, no, not today. This is mine.
And his seemingly #1 competition right now, Al-Lami from Iraq, has made 150 kilos 3 times now in the back room since his opening attempt of 170 kilos.
Bit of a preparatory hug there before he goes out.
Yeah, it's something you see with the South Koreans. The coach hands on the chest and then just slows and deepens the breathing with, you know, lifts the athlete up, lowers it down, just tries to help them feel a little bit more sort of ready for the lift. That's the one. Can he stop it?
Hold it. Wow. Looks right for the lights.
Yeah, he just sort of bounces out of the hole in the snatch and runs it out.
Yeah. Fantastic lift.
That's the sort of stretch reflex you want to get in the clean, coming out of the hole, but he does it in the snatch, straight up and out.
Yeah, he had nowhere else to go. He had to get up. Avanesian here, 172. His second, well, his first try at this, his last attempt, was pretty forward. The bar was not moving super fast. Like you said, though, he's got a great bottom position, so if he can just get the top of the pool where he wants it, he could get under this. So much focus.
Oh, he looks.
He clutches
like
his hand here.
Hurt his wrist, maybe.
No, I think he's
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, he did everything he possibly could there. He was patient, made a strong pull, but just swung it a little bit too much.
But again, he just pulls so fast, straight from the floor.
Yeah. So, Al-Lami here, if he makes this, he would move into the lead. Ahead of Karim. First snatch was really strong, catches it very deep, doesn't have a huge pull, but he gets under that bar.
It's only these three athletes left in it: Iraq, Egypt, and Colombia. 4 attempts, 2 of them to this man. Hasn't looked quite as strong as the Egyptian. Oh, that was better than the first one, I think.
Lots of power. Basks in the audience applause there.
Yeah.
He's energized from that kind of response, I think.
Points to the floor, points to the platform. This is my house.
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
So we've got a pretty close battle here. Moreno Torres is going to come out here.
Well, Moreno knows that he's got the he's got a good clean and jerk on him, so he's not necessarily looking to get the gold here. He's just going to equal this 173.
Yeah.
He'll get a medal if he makes it. It's more about building a total than it is getting an individual gold medal.
Yeah, this would move him into second place in the snatch overall.
His first 2 lifts look very strong. This is also a personal best. And he pulls that with such speed off the floor. It's
he just rushed through that whole lift, though. You could see it was out in front just a little bit. So close, though.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Karim's calling for 174. Al-Lami's moved to 178. He's got a placeholder in.
Yeah, that'll come down.
He wants that third snatch. Based on their opening clean and jerks, he's going to need it because Karim's got a 210 opener listed.
Well, Karim's got this. You know, he's strong enough to make it based on his first 2 lifts. He's extremely hyped up.
Yeah, he's going to leapfrog ahead of Iraq here with this one lift. $174 for the lead. Tore his hand earlier. It didn't stop him probably not going to slow him down here.
Oh,
huge pull.
My goodness.
And a massive fight. Wow.
How has he done that?
This is a man who doesn't take no for an answer.
How the barbell said no, gravity said no,
the
biomechanics said no.
Wow.
But he said yes, and that's all that matters.
He is a savage lifter.
His upper body mass is just, it saved that lift for him there.
Yeah, that is the
Look
definition of fighting with the bar.
Look at his deltoids. It's just so much muscle mass. Okay, so here we go. We got the 3 reds out. This is a massive snatch for a 96. You know, even when this was an Olympic category, 175 was a great snatch to hit.
Yep.
His second attempt looked better than his first. He currently sits in silver behind Karim. This to move back ahead for that gold. Oh my word.
He cracks a smile at the bottom of the lift. He knew he had it.
What a moment.
Huge lift.
It has to have been a personal best. You could just tell the celebration of the 3 reds. He's happy. Everybody
Poses
get your
for a
photos, get the pictures, get the videos, get him on social media. What a moment. And he basks in the glory. You know, he's got the depth of Hovhannissian, but he's got the pull of Morenia.
Yeah, so strong. So he's in the gold medal position here in the snatch.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what he does in the clean and jerk. You know, he's a little bit weaker from what we know, but
well, if he keeps lifting like that, he might be able to upset here.
Well, at the Asian Championships, he snatched 167, so he's up 8 kilos. If you can put another 8 on his clean and jerk, he'll be at 208, and he'll be at 381. So that could be it. We'll have to see, but I just wonder if Karim, you can just see, you know, technically Al-Lami has it in the snatch.
Yes.
But physically, Karim is just, he's very powerful, very strong. The way that he stands up his cleans, the way that he drives the bar overhead in the jerk. Well, Zare doesn't have the strongest clean and jerk. In this category, 196 is his best. Back as a 94 in 2017, he made 200. That's the only time he's ever made that in competition. Good clean.
Pretty comfortable lift overall. Good move for him to take that 193, I think.
Yeah,
gets
instant
on the board.
Yeah, quite a lot of space between the bar and his thighs when he makes contact.
Yeah, that bar comes up off the ground, but his hips rise up quickly, move away from the bar, he gets some separation, and then at the top he makes pretty aggressive contact. So 194 would be the automatic increase. Obviously, he won't take that, so 95 is going to bring out Bekte now.
Or will it bring out? Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, Moreno's in there with a 195 opener.
Yeah.
Pretty low. I would imagine he's going to bump up from there, but I guess we'll see.
Both Jong-beom and Karim are still on the barbell. Al-Lami, the winner in the snatch, is up at 140 kilos. His 195 now, opening attempt for Asoljan.
powerful clean. Very solid. Very nice jerk, too.
Yeah.
A little bit of adjustment in the split. He held that position for a moment to finally balance and then get back up. There's a phrase that describes that when you are in the moment and you focus, you're able to control exactly what you're doing there. Your mind is present. Presence of mind.
Ah.
Maybe we need to get a few of those Saudi coffees in here.
If we could, you know. I'm actually just finishing my coffee as we speak. Well, there is a fan zone. Just, you know, there's a big tent just outside of this competition building where they do offer, you know, interesting teas and coffees. So we could always pop over there after this, before the 71s, and get some of that Riyadh coffee. You know, they don't really have talls and grandes over here. You get what you get. It's normally a thimbleful.
I was just going to say,
but it packs a punch.
Yep.
Hibiscus tea as well, they drink a lot of here.
Yeah,
very delicious.
A lot of spiced drinks as well. Putting cardamom in the tea and other spices. So big jumps now. We saw, okay, Moreno's moved up from 95 to 200 on his opener. Zarai Muhammad, though.
Yeah, it's happened pretty quick.
201. 193 to 201. Presumably just wanted to get one on the board and then take a huge attempt.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of people, a lot of movement in the back room. Al-Lami actually has 5 coaches with him, which seems excessive, but there must be a limit. There must be a number. 2?
2 is usually the allowed limit.
Well, he's got 5. So his 200 kilo opener now for David Hovhannissian. He only made his opening snatch. .206, his best clean and jerk.
Tough pull way forward on his toes.
He might struggle with this.
Yeah, you know, he's also got that wrap around his thigh that he did not have in the snatch.
No.
He's looking every bit
disheartened and
tired.
Yeah, lacking in sort of energy right now. So he's going to have to follow himself there or bump up, which is never a nice position to be in.
There's Moreno Torres now 200 kilos. We'll see if he stays with that. He had 95 in as the opener, bumped up to 200. Yep, he moves again, I think. That's going to bring out David.
Oh dear.
He's basically just lost that clock.
And that was a heavy clean.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go up because you imagine Bekte and, you know, Bekte's going to need to come out. Mohamed Zarey's going to come out soon.
Yeah.
We've got Qasim.
He's taking it. I mean, at this point, he really just has to make a total, I think. He only snatched the 68, missed 72 twice. He looks to be pretty beat up. That right leg's got tape under the singlet on the thigh. He's got some kind of bandage wrapped around the thigh.
Yeah.
He was forward on his toes on the clean. The pull looked a little bit heavy. You know, this is a big attempt. He's a real fighter if he can make this lift.
Yeah, the pull was slow but balanced, but then as he started to stand up the clean, he just, you know, his hips shot up, his chest dropped, he started falling forward. He's only got 5 seconds. 3 seconds.
Goes for it. Better clean.
Much better.
What?
Oh.
He's got to hold. He's got to fight. He's balanced.
You know, that might be all we see from him today,
looks
but
exhausted.
It's heroic.
Yeah.
He does look exhausted.
that's just the sign of a really experienced lifter. He's such a veteran. And
he is, yeah.
To just muster up everything he possibly can to make a lift that really is going completely against him.
Yeah, I mean, he first competed internationally in 2014 at the European Youth Championships.
Yeah, I mean, that's 9 years ago.
Yeah, he won the Junior Europeans in 2016. And it took him all the way up until 2022 to win a senior meet, but he's now a 2-time European champion. But today, perhaps not his day. Here's 201 now for the 18-year-old Mahmoud Hassan from Egypt.
Wow, a lot of energy on that pull. That was the jerk.
Ooh.
Oh, power jerk.
Yeah.
Even hopped forward a little bit.
Oh, those elbows.
Yeah, that right arm is just
it's a good lift, though.
A little unorthodox, but he's probably totally secure there.
Yeah, I mean, he did it in the snatch, and he seemed, you know, pain-free doing so. Just, yeah, like you said, a lot of energy in the pull.
Yeah.
Speed coming off the thigh. Coming out of the hole, he stood up so fast. His dip was a little bit slow, I thought.
Yeah, a little bit.
Look at that.
Not as confident, inspiring as I think I'd want to see. You can tell that right shoulder, too. He's got a lot of tape on that shoulder. We saw it in the snatch. So, you know, does that bother him? Does that cause him any issue in the jerk?
Now, this is interesting. The leader after the snatch, the gold medalist, 175, Qasim Al-Lami, coming out quite early. He's in the opening pack of clean and jerkers.
Yeah, this would give us a good gauge as to his abilities in the clean and jerk. I mean, this would be giving up a huge lead to his, you know, his nearest rival, Karim.
Yeah. Well, he's never clean and jerked 200 kilos before.
It was a big opener.
Here's 201. Oh, it's very heavy on the stand. Oh.
Yeah, pretty good jerk, though.
Yeah, it's got a lot of power and a lot of height.
You know, a tough clean can be saved by a strong jerk.
Yeah.
You know, as it gets heavier, if you're able to just catch a great bounce and rebound up, if you can make jerks, you can stay in the fight. So he's definitely in contention here, I'd say, after that.
There's been a stop, a jury stop.
Wow, are they taking it away?
Are they look?
I think they might be re-evaluating.
Let's take a look at that again.
Al-Lami. Yeah, they're looking at the arms. Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's tough to see.
That left arm, maybe.
Yeah, his left elbow looks like it was a corner lockout, and then it rebends and wobbles and comes back into a lock.
You know, if this gets taken away from him, that's going to cost him so much.
Oh. You know, it almost looked like it was rotation. I mean, it probably wasn't. It might have been a bit of both.
Yeah. Did he get 3 whites on that as well?
He got 3 whites, and now they're looking at it, and they've called the jury. The jury have called the judges over, the refs over, to take a look, to say, hey, I think you might have missed something.
Yeah, to overturn 3 whites is a bit odd. Moreno just laying down, conserving as much energy as he can. Waiting in the tunnel. Yep.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. And good for the refs who got it right first time. You know, I think it was a bit of rotation, actually. So Moreno can now come out. Well, Al-Lami had made 191 kilos before he came out for that. And Moreno has made 190. Wow.
Yeah, huge pull.
Very easy jerk.
Ooh, that last moment there, he may have bobbled.
You know, that pull happened so quick. I don't know if this is what happened, but it almost looks like he totally locks out his legs.
Yeah, he almost missed that transition.
Then, yeah, and then the transition occurs late and sort of stilted or jilted. Or
yeah,
it didn't look quite right, but it makes it work.
Hopefully we get a good angle in the replay here. Yeah.
200 in the back room for Amir Hoghugi.
So this man was the first to open the session, 193. Took a huge jump now, 8 kilos. He's at a 201.
This will be a personal best for him after years of international competition.
Yeah, just heavy from the ground. You can see that.
When you've not been able to do it for, you know, a 7-8 year career, it's very difficult to convince yourself that you're suddenly going to be able to do it here.
Yeah.
It's not like he hasn't tried.
Yeah, I mean, there could even be some mental baggage there attached to that number. So Bekte would be the lifter here at 201. They're going to tighten the bar up. Here he comes.
It's a personal best for him if he makes it in this new heavier category. He's got big legs. He was very fast on the jerk. Good positions with his footwork as well. Yeah.
A little hot back. He's off balance. Oh, rushes into the jerk and leaves it out front.
Like we said, he's fast and snappy, but his positions weren't quite right today in that lift.
You know, when you have that kind of cadence and tempo to a lift where you hit things perfectly, you go as quick as possible, no waiting, and you look for that feel on the lift. When you do that, but your position's off and you've lost balance, it's not going to be in the same place. So it's tough. It's got to be flawless for him.
Yeah, when you time the start of the dip in the jerk from when you finish the clean, it doesn't help if the clean goes wrong and you're taking a step forward to correct it. And you have to rush in and you've already got this forward momentum. You haven't stabilized, balanced yourself out yet.
Yeah, he's going to look for an increase, I think, for rest here. We see that.
Well, Mohamed Zaray, I thought he just bumped up to 202, but he's at 201 now.
Yep, Bekte also making a change here, 202, I think. We see it on the board.
Yep.
So Zaray, 201. Just pulled this the last time.
It's going to take a lot of mental energy to convince himself to get under this after that last miss.
So hard to come back after just a pull, especially on a clean.
Oh, wow. He went for it.
He racked it, but just was too far forward.
He almost looked surprised to have gotten into that position. He's retiring.
He's done.
Mohamed Zaray, huge round of applause for him as he retires, leaves his shoes and belt on the platform. Lots of applause now from the crowd. What a moment in his career.
Yeah.
You know, he went for it. He went for a personal best.
Wanted to end on that.
Yeah, it's brave. It's impressive. And he walks away from international competition, a hero of Iranian weightlifting. Hats off to him for doing so well for so long in such a difficult sport. From 2009, when he first competed, all the way to 2023, 14 years of international sport. Opening attempt now for Kadasevich, 202 kilos. He told us that he's made 210 kilos this year.
He'll hop back, but he's very solid under that bar. Oh. Strong in the jerk. He was a little behind it when he split, but made that pretty solidly. Does get one red. So 202 would be Bektai.
Yeah.
Missed the 201. Definitely seemed like a timing issue.
Well, he's bumped up now.
He wants more.
And Al-Lami, after making that 201 opener, he dropped down to 170. Hit it for a power clean and jerk just to stay warm. Jong-beom still at 110 kilos in that back room.
Yeah, he's got a huge opener, 210. Joint heaviest of the three.
Karim is up at 180 kilos.
So Bektai went up just 2 kilos to 203. Bektai, a very skilled lifter, but like we saw in the last one, any bit of off positioning or timing could throw him off.
Yeah, that's almost the price you pay for the practice and the repetitions and the efficiency that you have, is when things go wrong, it throws everything off. I think that hop back on his second attempt was the initial cause. That's better.
Yeah, great clean. Oh,
oh,
a little forward.
There we go.
Makes the adjustment. Great split and recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, phenomenal lifting.
His footwork is so fast in the split.
Yeah, he's a pleasure to watch when he's on.
Now, is Al-Lami going to come out for this? 204. This will put him at 339, which is probably a good place to get to. 380, I imagine, is going to be the separation of bronze through to the rest. At least it's going to be right around that 380 mark. So this gets him within striking distance for a third attempt.
Yeah.
Look at that clean again, and the speed of his footwork here. So Al-Lami, the next athlete out.
He's got 30 seconds on the clock.
He's not ready, apparently.
No,
we
he's
were
rushing
told.
out.
Yeah. He apparently was jogging to get out here on time, wrapping his knees. He's got 20 seconds on the clock. He should be okay. 10 seconds. Oh, it's very tough, but he is up with it.
Ooh,
His
strong
jerk is
jerk.
so very powerful. You know,
gives a quick smile because I think
he is fun to watch.
He's putting everyone on the edge of their seat there with that.
He's 5 for 5 now. 175 snatch was great fun to see. And it just brings a lot of happiness and energy and passion to his lifting.
Well, he's lifting really well here today. I think we could see him take a shot at a big clean and jerk to try and eke out a medal here.
Yeah. Now, Juan Moreno, 205. This will move him into second. He currently equals that second place medal or second positioning right now from the B group. This will move him ahead of that.
Watch the pull. Watch his legs. They get almost completely straight before he explodes.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Jerk looked heavy there. It was out in front.
He catches those so deep as well in the clean. Hips are so low. And then in the dip and drive, it almost looks like he's going to drive it very high and then just leaves it out front and loses speed as he drives.
So 205 would be the number on the bar. That would bring out Pavel Kedasevich. Does he take this? He only did 202 in his opener. A 3 kilo jump seems a bit small. But he's out. He's in the tunnel.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Being a bit conservative here. The last one was, pushed him back. He had to jump back to catch it. Jerk had to take a little bit of footwork to get back under it. Yeah, another hop back. Steps forward to get back.
A lot of shaking.
Yeah. He's got to stabilize.
Oh.
Did about everything he could to make that. He was shaking. It was a bit heavy. Put himself in a pretty good split, but it was just a bit forward for him.
So 4 athletes still yet to open. The first will be Amir Hoghugi at 206. Jakob Makrichian wants 208, and then both Jong-beom 1 and Karim Abokahla have opted for 210 kilos. That's probably where the battle for gold is going to lie. Karim 2 kilos ahead of Jong-beom in the snatch, so Jong-beom will need a 3 kilo bigger clean and jerk.
Yeah, he's got the pull, but recovering from that clean takes something out of him. He's got a ton of support from the Colombian delegate here in the audience.
Yeah, a lot of yelling from behind us.
He's got to make a fast recovery out of the bottom of the clean.
Pulls it so fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, he gets to that point where he is locked out of the knees. It's such a delayed
that transition like that is just so tough to get positioning.
Yeah. It's almost a hitch, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fast that it doesn't actually hitch. So we're looking at 205 on the bar still.
190 kilos in the back room there for Jakob Makrichian, the 2019 world champion. He's asked for 208 for his opening attempt. The 190 looked
like a power clean.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. We just saw it just then. Kadasevich will retake this 205 now.
Watch the pull here. He gets that bar a little bit forward of his thighs, and when he makes contact, he hops back away from it a little bit. He's got to keep it close. If he can bring it in, he can catch it a little bit better.
A little bit similar to Asseljan.
Oh.
Yeah, that was it again.
It's almost perpendicular to his thigh when he connects with it, and it just kicks him away. Well, so he's only going to make a 369 total.
Yeah.
Won't be enough to hold him.
So the battle, the big battle between Jong-beom and Karim is heating up in the back room. Jong-beom just hit 180 kilos. It looks very, very smooth in the clean. Jerk, extremely powerful. Karim already up at 200 kilos. But here's Amir Hoghugi's opening attempt now, 206. This will put him at 372, which currently would be enough for second place. His opening attempt snatch is great, and then his second and third attempt just were nowhere near makes.
Yeah, everything moved forward. He was basically falling forward.
Oh.
Similar pull in the clean, tough recovery. What's the jerk like? Pretty good.
Yeah, it looks right. It's all very forward.
Yeah.
I mean, even on that clean hit, his kind of a little bit like Moreno, but his transition, his explosion was so delayed. It almost looks like he was just going to do a pull.
So Al-Lami here with 206 for his third. He only took a 2 kilo jump from second to third.
He's playing smart games here.
Yep.
He's looking for a 6-6 performance. He knows he can't clean and jerk with the top athletes. And so instead of shooting for a wild third attempt, he's hitting something that he knows that he can probably make that's going to put the pressure on the other athletes. He's got a gold in the snatch. He's probably not going to medal in the clean and jerk, but it's the medal in the total that he really cares about, and he will probably get that if he makes this.
Yeah, this would give him a 381 total. It moves him into first currently, but like you said, that's not going to hold.
No. If he makes it, get ready for some smiles.
It's slow.
Oh, he can't. We're going to get smiles nonetheless.
Yeah. Does another photo shoot up here?
Yeah. Everyone's taking their photos.
Doesn't give the double biceps, though.
No. He saves that for snatch gold medals.
Yeah.
But 379, we mentioned it would be right around 380 to get a medal. Probably 379 will do it because his snatch is so far ahead of everybody except for Karim and Jong-beom.
Yeah, there's a pretty awesome performance there. If you know anything of the history of Iraqi athletics, for him to be in that kind of attitude after a miss is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
207. Mahmoud Hassan.
18 years of age, so impressive. A 6 kilo jump from what was a very, very powerful opening clean. Takes his time. He's been resting a while. That was forward.
Yeah. Hop back away from that bar at the top. You know, very strong. He's young. He's athletic. He's powerful. That positioning and timing just wasn't there.
Yeah, perhaps the coordination is something he's not yet developed quite enough. So both Karim and Makricyan have hit 200 kilos now in the back room. Makricyan again, I mean, Max, what do you think? That's basically a power clean. In fact, it is a power clean.
Incredibly strong.
But that's just his depth, I think. And of course, he's a power jerker. So Makricyan looking very good in the clean and jerk.
So
the final 3 athletes to open.
Abokahla's dropped down to 208 from 210.
Well, this is smart because this puts him in the lead in his opening lift. You know, he was only a kilo behind Al-Lami in the snatch where he got the silver. So to open with such a heavy clean and jerk here.
Yeah.
That's the lead. And then it's going to be him and Jong-beom back and forth.
Strong clean.
We saw him at 210 in the training hall. Oh, his back foot slipped a lot.
What a fighter. He slipped. The back foot slipped there before the recovery. He did get it under him and fought as hard as he could to hold that bar, but
his back foot slipped, but normally when a back foot slips, you can see that the balance is on the front foot. That looked like it actually was a slippy platform.
Possibly the platform
because
there.
his balance, his weight distribution between his front and back foot looked fine. Yeah, so they gave it a little sweep. He almost saved it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a remarkable effort. Makricyan here, 208.
The 200 that we just saw from him in the back room looked great. 212 he hit as a 96 back in 2021. That's his best. This might be his heaviest opener ever, though.
Good clean.
Oh.
Yeah, that power jerk.
Night and day between that and what we just saw of him in the back room at 200.
Yeah, it's such a finicky lift. It just has so little margin for error, especially if your body is moving forward or back. You know, he hopped forward a tiny bit, it looked like, maybe landed on his toes, didn't have the best platform to receive the weight.
So Karim will take this 208 now, has stumped 2 of the athletes.
Yeah, Karim here making this 208's obviously critical here because he can't give up anything to Won.
Yeah, that's a real blow to his plan to have already been a lift down with Jong-beom, 3 attempts remaining. His clean looked so strong. There we go. Surely. His foot slipped again, but
yeah, you know, that might actually be him.
That might be him.
He points to the platform. He's a bit frustrated.
I haven't seen him do it in training before, but
you know, his body weight shifts a tiny bit, but if that platform is at all slippery, it's going to cause problems.
Yeah, well, they're going to sweep it again.
Yeah, I think they're asking for a more thorough job than just sweeping. You know, the downside to that is there's still a bunch of chalk in the air. It settles back on the platform after the sweep. So,
yeah,
you know, potentially they need to wipe that and get all those little chalk particles off the floor. But they don't. So, 208 for Mkhitaryan.
You know, from a power clean and a power jerk in the back room at 200 to a miss at 208 on the platform.
Yeah.
Here's the second attempt. He wants a medal in the clean and jerk. He's going to need at least this to do that.
Strong clean, tough recovery though. Watch.
Oh,
what a save.
There we go. That looks like right on the limit of what he's going to be able to jerk.
Yeah, he went about as deep as he can go.
Yeah.
I think if that power clean or that clean is full depth, he almost touched that with the jerk as well.
Oh, yeah. But he's on the board. We still have Mahmoud Hassan from Egypt with 208 written in. Hovhannissian, who looked very tired after a 200 kilo make, has put a 210. Karim 215. It's a wise move to just put in that heavier lift there.
He's got to put a placeholder in there because he wants to be, he basically needs to be the last clean and jerk, or at least take a number so heavy that it forces his competition to go to a number they can't make.
Well, Jong-beom now opening up to get a medal. He opens up for the silver. Second place behind Karim by a kilo, and then his fight for that lead will really commence after this opener.
Yeah, he's such a strong clean and jerker as well. Fantastic jerk. Strong lockout. Oh, tough clean forward, yeah. Can he recover it here? Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That lockout is awesome.
Just walks through that one.
Yeah. Like you said, sometimes you can get away with a tough clean if you've got a jerk that looks like that.
Yeah.
And that clean was all sorts of wrong. Very forward, hop forward, barely got up with it. Look at this, that's not nice.
But right into it, just that lockout is so crisp. So now the young gun here, Mahmoud Hassan, 209.
He was forward on his clean, 207 was it?
He
didn't get up with it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made 201, missed 207, decides I want more, I want 209, I want a medal or a shot at it. He's hoping if he makes this and maybe a few more misses, he could walk away with some hardware.
You know, I don't know if you saw, he clapped there, a cloud of chalk fell. It might be him sabotaging his teammate with the chalky platform.
You're playing 4D chess. Let's see here, 209. Oh, much better pull.
So much speed in his movement. Oh,
he's holding.
My word.
What a fight.
It's amazing.
That may be a medal in the clean and jerk.
Yeah.
He's going to really hope for some other people to not do well, but 209.
I tell you what, Max, I was doing a lot of things when I was 18, but one of them that I was not doing was clean and jerk at 209.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
Phenomenal lifting. You know, to stay in it at that age as well, to stay in that game, that fight mentally. That jerk pushed him down halfway.
So here's Hoghugi. He has got a tendency to get more and more forward with his body weight as the weight goes up to the point where he can no longer make it. His clean was forward, his jerk was more forward. Let's see how he does.
He's going to have to make some big adjustments to make this lift. He's either got to pull it back in.
That was better.
Yep, hop forward to get it. That was the jerk.
Oh,
goes for it.
Yeah.
It's just out front. Slightly forward there.
You know, it was only slightly forward, but then it's almost like just his positional strength, his ability to just stick in that split is lacking, and, you know, he gets under it and it might be in the right place, but then his torso moves and his hips move back and the shoulders drop. And
almost the opposite of Bekte.
Yeah.
Right, just rock solid in that split and holds it, fights for the lift.
Yeah, Hoghugi's just got to get out of that split quickly. And he's going to have to retake that. He'll probably bump up by some time.
Yeah, that should be so exhausting, yep. Jong-beom here, 211. You know, this would tie him up. Well, no, this would give him 383.
Yeah, the lead.
This would move him into the lead. A very smart attempt.
Just by the kilo.
Yeah.
Because then he forces Karim to either drop down and hit it, which leaves a third attempt open for one.
Exactly.
Or it forces him to go big and potentially miss.
Yeah.
This is clever. Karim is actually in the back room. He's lifting 180 and he's drinking a Red Bull. He's keeping the fight going in the back. Here we go, 211 for Won Jong-beom.
He's a little forward in the first, but he's generally a very smooth clean and jerker. Oh, now they're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Both athletes with one attempt left fighting for first and second. Karim's got the lead. Wong does not want to be the man leaving it up to his opponent, who is an absolute savage when it comes to fighting for lifts. But what does he do? Does he? I mean, he's got to go to 212 because
he needs to buy some time.
He needs rest.
3 other athletes with 212 written
That 212 would bring out someone who's basically been waiting almost this entire time.
Yeah.
Hovasanian took 200.
It's over half an hour.
On his second attempt. He's been in the back. Yeah. Let's see what he does here. He's running the clock a little bit. Yeah, Hovasanian here, 212.
24 attempts since Hovhannissian made that 200. Over half of them have been misses. It's been 35 minutes, close to 40.
Hovhannissian's second attempt 200 was a pretty heroic attempt.
Yeah.
He's bandaged even more now. You can see that right leg is completely wrapped. He's gotten the rest. But that 200 was an absolute fight.
Well, even on a good day, this would be a 6 kilo personal best.
Yeah, I mean, if he makes this, it's an absolute miracle. It was a huge, huge attempt.
The 2-time European champion looking for a medal at the World Championships in the clean and jerk.
He's got the experience. Does he have the strength today? 5 seconds. Gets the clean. He's up.
That's amazing. He's got good positions in the split. No, you can see him.
It took everything out of him there.
He's losing it.
Yeah. I mean, that was a monumental effort. I wasn't even sure if he would clean that bar.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
And he's getting up. He's going to walk off.
He's tired.
Okay. He is tired. I mean, this man needs a break.
368 total. He's not going to really end up anywhere on any of the lifts. Hakob Markichian here, 212. You know, this 212 would put him in the lead in the clean and jerk. It'd only give him 376, so he's not going to get anywhere into the top 2. It would be a third. It'd be a bronze.
It would be a bronze.
In total.
Yes, because
the clock's running down, though. We don't see him anywhere. I'm wondering if they're going to come out.
There he is. I think I just saw him walk past Hovhannissian.
Yeah.
So he'll come out.
Nope, he's moved up. Hohugi will be the lifter now. Wow. Markichian maybe wants a shot at the gold. He's got the 216.
So, wow, yeah. So Jong-beom, 212.
Well, Hohugi's going to be first here at 212.
Right.
There's a 4-way battle here for a gold clean and jerk.
Well, Hohugi and Markichian, they're battling out for clean and jerk golds.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, Karim and Jong-beom, it's not even
total.
It's irrelevant. They're only looking at the gold in the total.
Yeah.
They'll take as little as they can to get that.
The current leader in the clean and jerk is actually Mahmoud Hassan, the 18-year-old.
Wow.
209. Way forward, but he gets under that bar.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Just doesn't have that position overhead.
The lead is actually Jong-beom won in the clean and jerk.
Right.
He hit it first.
He did 209 first.
Yeah. But amazing for the young Egyptian to be in the medals right now. So Jong-beom will come for it now.
Yeah.
He's in silver. This to move into the lead.
He's playing the strategic game here.
Yeah. It's a kilo personal best. There's the coach just controlling his breathing just a little bit. A few words of encouragement or technical direction.
He's got a super solid lockout, a great jerk. It's going to come down to the clean. Can he give himself the best possible chance to win it with a jerk? A little forward on the first attempt. He's got to bring it in.
So it's forward again, but he just flies up with it. Can he hold it? Yes, he can.
He's got it.
Unbelievable stuff there from Jong-beom. 3 white lights. The Korean moves into the lead. 384 kilos. So Karim can drop down now to the 212 if he wants it. No, he can't.
He's got 213.
213?
Yeah, I don't know why
he's dropped.
They took 13. I guess he wants the medal in the clean and jerk as well. Yeah, they've got the wrong weights on the bar there. Accidentally put the blues on. The loaders are faster than the scoreboard.
Well, they've been very good, these loaders. Yeah, so this 213 kilos will give him the gold, well, at least the lead in the clean and jerk right now before a hopefully the gold in the total as well.
This man is an absolute fighter. He does not quit.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at him pacing back and forth. He just had 190 kilos in the back room. He's been fired up all day. He's physically the strongest man here.
He has all the tools. Can he put it together?
This lift is the only thing that stands between him and becoming a world champion for the first time in his career.
Big clean.
It's a little forward. Oh, he's slipping a bit, but he's going to hold it.
He does not quit. He slipped. That back foot came out from under him, and he did not let go.
in every single lift in the clean and jerk there. His back foot moved, but he's so absurdly strong.
Just true grit.
Incredible. He is the world champion. You know, Egypt had a world champion last year in Sarah Ahmed in the women's 76s, and they're going to get another one now in the men's 96s. 5 for 6, 387. It's monstrous, monstrous total.
Akab Markichian here wants to go for the clean and jerk medal. 216 would give him just that. He'd be at a 380 total. He'd be bronze in total as well.
Wow.
Huge lift.
So this to bump the gold medalist in the snatch out of the total medals. This is a big personal record for him. Yeah, he just can't even get under it. It's such a heavy attempt for him. And so Hakob Makrichian, the two-time European champion, the 2019 world champion, he walks off the platform empty-handed today in all lifts. The gold medal in the session for the men's 96s goes to Egypt. We predicted it. We were right. I think a lot of athletes, a lot of fans knew that it was going to go to Karim Abokahla there. 174, 213. It's silver, gold, gold for him. The silver to Jong-beom. Bronze in the snatch, 172. Silver in the clean and jerk, 212, and a silver total, 384. And then bronze to the man with just so much energy, so much happiness and passion we saw from him. It's Qasim Al-Lami from Iraq. 175, a gold in the snatch, 204. Only enough for 7th in the clean and jerk, but averages out for bronze medal in the total. Unbelievable lifting there from the men's 96s. We will be back in just over half an hour for, you know, just one of the most exciting sessions. You couldn't write a better script for it. There are battles between countries. There are battles within countries. It's the women's 71s. We'll keep the stream going. You can watch as Egypt stands atop the podium. But from me and Max, we'll speak to you in the 71s.